Hey guys, how's it going? It's Skits here, and it's been a very long time since I've made a video. It's been, I think, about 2 months or so since I've uploaded, and about 3 months, I think, since I've done an actual Call of Duty video. So, here we are today with some Black Ops 2. I will explain my absence in a second here, but just firstly wanted to go over the gameplay a bit. This is a 54 for 6 gameplay with the MSMC. I know that's not that great, but considering how bad my first half of this game was, about the first 4 minutes of this, I was going like 25 for 5 or something, and I ended up going 54 for 6. So the second half was really entertaining. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And yeah, considering we only had 4 players against the 6 that they had, it was impossible to actually win this game. So unfortunately, I couldn't pull off the win. But nonetheless, considering I haven't played this game in a very long time, I thought it was pretty nice, entertaining gameplay for you guys to watch. Now, before I get into the actual topic of today's video, I wanted to ask you guys what you want to see from me in the future in terms of games. Obviously, there's been a fair few games since I've been away that have come out, and a lot of people have been enjoying games like Far Cry and all those sorts of games that I'm definitely happy to upload if you guys want to see them. Obviously in terms of Black Ops 2, I'll be doing heaps of different things like that, but tell me if you want to see a specific series start again, and things like FIFA, if you want to see that come back and all that sort of stuff. I do have lots of plans and lots of different content to bring to this channel in the coming months and whatever. So yeah, anyway guys, let's get into the actual topic of today's video. So I figured today, seeing as I've been away and haven't really been playing any video games in the last month or so, I want to talk about why I think 2013 will be one of, if not the best year for gaming that I've been alive for. There's been some good years, 2007, 2008, they were good years, but I think 2013 is going to be a really special year for gaming, and it's really going to change a lot of things to do in terms of gaming, and which is sort of nearly revolutionized a lot of things about gaming, and I'll state why in a second here. But firstly, let me just mention that let me know what games you guys are excited for this year. There's a lot of games that are coming out, a lot of sequels, a lot of interesting things that are coming out. Let me know what you guys are getting and what you're excited for and things like that. But firstly, what I wanted to talk about was the next generation of consoles. Now, there's been talk about the PS4 and the Xbox 720 a lot lately. You know, a lot of things about it saying that it might be released in the coming months. I don't think that's going to happen at all, but it might, if we're lucky, be released by the end of this year. And I can honestly say that as soon as it does get released, that's going to change a lot of things about gaming. I know this is only console that I'm talking about here, not PC, but I don't know about you guys, but I've been long awaiting a new generation of consoles for a while now. Games just feel a little bit outdated right now. Games like Black Ops 2, even though it's a fun game, flows well, you know, the graphics are still tolerable, but it feels like companies can do better at this point. You know, we're going into 2013, and this has nearly been, I think this will be the 7th year the PS4 has been out, PS3 has been out, sorry. So, yeah, I think it is time we get a new generation of consoles, and I think it's gonna really gonna change the way games play out in terms of physics, graphics, and it's just gonna add this whole other dimension of amazingness to games. I sound like such a nerd here, but I hope you guys know what I mean there. So yeah, let me know what you guys are excited for in terms of gaming in 2013. Now I want to go over some games that I'm pumped for. See, I did mention briefly that Fallout 4 was, I think they're sort of working on it for the PS4 and the Xbox 720 or whatever it's going to be called, but that's not really confirmed. But if there is a Fallout 4 that comes out sort of at the end of this year, which I highly doubt, then obviously that's going to be a game I'll definitely be getting. I love RPG games like that. Bethesda are really good at making good RPG games like that. So yeah, I can't wait for that game, even if it does come out in a few years, which I don't think will come out this year. The next game that I'm excited for, and this game, I don't even know if there's much talk about it yet, but it's the new sort of game that Blizzard are working on, a new sort of World of Warcraft, codenamed Titan. I don't know much about it yet, nor does anyone. It's still in its sort of like codename stages, so not many people really know anything about it, but I am interested to see how well it works out. There hasn't been a really good MMO. A lot of them have been disappointments ever since World of Warcraft, and I know a lot of you guys watching this probably aren't big MMO fans, so I'll get off that topic pretty soon. But yeah, that's obviously a game that I am excited for. So the next game, guys, is BioShock Infinite. Once again, I don't know too much about this game, but I know that a lot of you guys, a lot of you SPS fans are going to be loving this game. I will probably be picking it up, and I think it's out in the next few months. I'm not exactly sure of the release date, but I'm pretty sure it's out in the next few months. And this BioShock looks like the best BioShock so far, because it just looks really, I don't know, they've really done a lot to it to make it look really good. Alright, so this next game was inevitably going to be in this countdown. I had to put it in, sorry, not countdown, but in this list. I had to put it down just because we're all going to be playing it, we're all going to love it, and yeah, you guessed it, it's going to be the next COD. Now, whether this is going to be Modern Warfare 4 or a different game, even by a different company, and whether it's even going to be released on the next generation of consoles really interests me, and if it's Modern Warfare 4 on the PS3, that's going to be a bit disappointing for me. I don't think I'm going to be that interested in it, but if it's, you know, a different title and it's going to be developed on the PS4, I'll be super excited to get it, and I'm sure that it'll be pretty good. If it's on a new console, I think that's all that COD needs, just to be on a new console, in my opinion, just to make it a bit feel fresh once again, like COD 4 felt. So, yeah, that's the game that I'm going to be pretty excited for if it is on the PS4. Alright, the next game, and I'm not sure if this game's going to be out this year, like a lot of these games, I suppose, but this is Battlefield 4. Now, Battlefield 4... I can guess it's been in sort of development since the release of Battlefield 3, and I wouldn't, you know, predict that it's going to be out anytime soon, but as we all know, Battlefield 3 was awesome, Battlefield 2 was awesome, so Battlefield 4 would be awesome as well, especially if it was on a new generation of consoles, as I keep saying. So that's another game to definitely keep an eye out of. Now the next game is Arma 3, and once again, a bit like Battlefield, it's a bit similar in that way, in the way that it's very realistic. It's a very good simulation of FPS, and definitely a game that I'm looking forward to. And of course, it's got the famous DayZ, or sorry, at least Arma 2 did. So I'm interested to see what they'll do with Arma 3 in terms of modding and stuff like that, because Arma 2 was full of awesome mods and stuff like that. So yeah, speaking of DayZ, DayZ Standalone is actually coming out this year, and I'm a bit optimistic to see how it's going to turn out. I'm pretty excited to see, because it's just the sort of game that I like, you know, open world, zombie sort of FPS games. For me, that sounds awesome, and I did like DayZ, but it did need sort of a proper developing team that would give it some good graphics and that would remove all the bugs and stuff like that, because there were a few bugs in DayZ, so I'm definitely excited for the standalone version. Now the next game, and I've mentioned this quite a lot, in fact I've made a video about it, is The Elder Scrolls Online, and I'm a little bit scared to see how this game's going to turn out, just because it's not the same company. Bethesda aren't actually making it, they're producing it, but they're not developing it, so that's making me a little bit scared to see how well it's going to turn out. And obviously we're used to it being, you know, single player, not online, so I'm a little bit scared to see how it's going to turn out, but I do have faith in ZeniMax for it to be, you know, a pretty good game. Anyway guys, the next game is Grand Theft Auto 5, and I'm going to go ahead and say, hands down, that this game is going to be Game of the Year. This is just what I guess, because I think people are going to be loving this game because it's a new GTA made by Rockstar, and they're obviously a pretty massive company, and they seem to make games constantly, and just they're really good at making sequels actually good, unlike, you know, games like sort of Medal of Honor, which I thought was a bit of a crappy game. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for GTA 5, new cars, new mission, new characters, all that sort of stuff, and the map seems massive, so I'm definitely excited for GTA 5. Now, some other games that I don't really want to talk about too much, but just some games that are worth noting. Watch Dogs seems like a really awesome game. I'm really excited to see how that game's going to turn out. The Last of Us, which is sort of similar to Uncharted. Crysis 3, Tomb Raider, FIFA 14, which is obviously just another FIFA, but then again, I'm still going to be getting it, I'm still going to love it. And Half-Life 3, which really is making me quite excited for Half-Life, because I was a big fan of Half-Life 2 back in the day, and it's been a while since they've made a Half-Life, so if there is a Half-Life 3 that's going to be released this year, I'll definitely be getting it, and I'm definitely excited for the next Half-Life. So that's basically it for this video, guys. Let me know what games and what you're excited for in general in terms of gaming in 2013. I'm sorry for the PC games, I don't really talk about PC too much, but there's all these sort of awesome games that are coming to PC, games like The Elder Scrolls Online that I mentioned before, and heaps of other games that are going to be awesome on PC. So yeah, so here's my return, guys. I'm going to start making heaps of videos lately, hopefully, and let me know what videos you guys want to see in the coming months and weeks or whatever. So that's basically it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.